Picture a rugged island, alone in the vast waters of Lake Superior, closer to Canada and Minnesota than its home state of Michigan. This is Isle Royale, a place so remote it is the least visited national park in the contiguous United States. It stretches 45 miles long and up to 9 miles wide. It is the largest natural island in the lake and the fourth largest lake island globally. Along with 400 smaller adjacent islands and the surrounding waters, it forms Isle Royale National Park, a true wilderness area protected from development. The human story here stretches back thousands of years, long before it was a park. Native peoples from nearby mainland shores used the island as a hunting ground, crossing 13 miles of open water. But perhaps the most remarkable history is tied to copper. As far back as 3000 BC, indigenous miners were extracting copper from the island. They left behind hundreds of pits and trenches. Some reached 65 feet deep, primarily in the Macargo Cove area. Carbon-14 dating of wood found in copper artifacts here pushes the timeline back even further. It suggests mining occurred at least 6,500 years ago. This copper traveled far. It is found in artifacts discovered in ancient mounds and settlements across the region. Among the specific stories etched into the island's past is that of Angelique Mott. In 1845, this Ojibwe woman and her voyageur husband were hired by a copper company to scout for ore. Angelique made a significant discovery, finding a large mass of copper. They were instructed to stay and guard it. They were promised a pickup barge in no more than 3 months. But the boat never came. Stranded with minimal provisions, a half-barrel of flour, 6 pounds of butter, and some beans, they endured the harsh island winter alone, surviving until spring. Angelique's account, preserved in a rare footnote from an early 20th century book, stands as a testament to the island's unforgiving isolation. The discovery of copper drew more attention in the mid-1800s, fueled by reports from Michigan's first state geologist. New mines, like the Minong and Island mines, opened, often directly on top of the ancient native workings. But the island's remoteness and the small, scattered veins of copper proved challenging. Most of these 19th century operations quickly failed. Beyond mining, the island also supported lake trout and whitefish fisheries and a few small resorts. While the industry has largely faded, a few families holding lifetime leases and their descendants continue the fishing tradition, maintaining a connection to the island's more recent past. Isle Royale's striking landscape is a product of ancient geology and glacial forces. The island is shaped by long ridges that run roughly southwest to northeast. The most prominent is Greenstone Ridge, soaring over 1,000 feet in places. These ridges are formed by tilted layers of Precambrian rock, primarily ancient flood basalts, and sedimentary conglomerates. Glaciers carved and accentuated this topography, leaving behind features like drumlins. Look closely near the lake shores, and you might spot rounded stones of chlorastastolite, the official state gem of Michigan, or find other interesting minerals like prehnite and agate embedded in the volcanic rock. The island supports a mix of northern forests, a transition zone between true boreal forests and the deciduous woods further south. Here, you find conifers like jack pines, black and white spruces, and balsam firs alongside deciduous trees such as quaking aspens, red oaks, paper birches, and various maples. This diverse environment includes uplands with exposed bedrock, beaver-created marshes, and numerous interior lakes. Each habitat supports a unique collection of life. Over 600 species of flowering plants add bursts of color to the island's rugged green canvas. Isle Royale is perhaps most famous as a natural laboratory for the longest-running predator-prey study in the world. It focuses on its isolated populations of timber wolves and moose. Because the island is so remote, it hosts only about a third of the mammal species found on the nearby mainland, notably lacking bears. This creates a unique, simplified ecosystem. The relationship between wolf and moose populations plays out in dramatic cycles. As moose numbers rise, wolves thrive and increase. This, in turn, pushes the moose population down, eventually leading to a decline in wolves. This delicate balance shifts year to year. Historically, the island's large mammal picture looked different. Before moose arrived, likely in the early 1900s, Canada lynx and boreal woodland caribou were the dominant large species. They were present for thousands of years, before human actions removed them by the 1930s. Recent evidence suggests the moose arrival may have been due to human introduction rather than a purely natural crossing. Coyotes also appeared around 1905, but disappeared after wolves established themselves in the 1950s. In recent decades, the island's wolf population dwindled due to isolation and genetic inbreeding. It dropped to just a single individual by 2017, while the moose population boomed. In response, the National Park Service began relocating wolves from the mainland in 2018 and 2019, introducing 19 new animals to try and restore a functioning wolf population. Despite its isolation, Isle Royale is a haven for outdoor enthusiasts seeking solitude and natural beauty. With approximately 170 miles of hiking trails, the island offers everything from short-day hikes to challenging multi-day backpacking trips. The most iconic route is the Greenstone Ridge Trail, a rugged 40-mile path traversing the spine of the island. It leads past inland lakes, swamps, and offers stunning views from high points like Mount Dessor, the island summit. Other trails explore varied terrain, from shoreline to dense forest. For those venturing beyond a day trip, Isle Royale offers a true wilderness camping experience. The park features 36 designated campgrounds spread across the island, accessible by trail, canoe, kayak, or private boat. Accommodations range from simple tent sites to three-sided screen shelters, providing basic protection from the elements. Amenities are minimal, typically limited to pit toilets and picnic tables. Campfires are restricted at most sites, requiring backpackers to carry gas or alcohol stoves. Obtaining safe drinking water means treating or filtering water drawn from the lake or inland sources, a reminder that you are truly in the wild. Reaching this wilderness requires effort and planning. Isle Royale is accessible only by water or air during its operating season. Ferry services run from Houghton and Copper Harbor in Michigan and Grand Portage in Minnesota. These boats vary in speed and trip length. Some offer day trips, others provide transportation for longer stays. Float planes offer a faster, more direct route for those arriving by air. Private boats are also a common way to access the island, allowing greater flexibility. Adding to its unique character, Isle Royale is the only U.S. national park that closes entirely for the winter months, from November 1st to April 15th. The extreme weather conditions on Lake Superior make year-round access and safety impossible. This seasonal closure, combined with the distance required to reach the park, contributes to its status as one of the nation's least visited national parks, ensuring a degree of solitude for those who make the journey during the warmer months. The cold, fresh waters of Lake Superior surrounding Isle Royale hold another fascinating aspect of the island's history: its shipwrecks. The notoriously harsh weather, coupled with hidden underwater topography and the island's location on historic shipping routes, led to numerous maritime tragedies. The cold water helps preserve these wrecks remarkably well, making the island a popular, though challenging, destination for scuba divers exploring sites like the SS America. The National Park Service has documented these underwater historical resources, recognizing them as an important part of the park's story.